Morning guys, Moorhuhn here. I didn't have much time over the last day, so there wasn't quite an update video yet, and I actually did want to delay this video as well, because I still am missing a crucial item for what I want to do. But due to me not being there over the weekend, I just wanted to show what I'm currently doing. So what I currently am still trying to do is take down Uber Maven, but with these sparks it's fairly hard to see, and my damage just isn't enough to phase her fast enough to ignore all the mechanics. So my plan is to get a Widowhail from her to replace the Honor Home at some point, get a magic ring and go either curse or crit immune, depending on what the map needs right now for tier 17 farming. And I did swap to the bow setup. The bow setup with Widowhail pretty much enables to run a very strong quiver. The quiver more or less should look like this. You want a big resistance. Chaos resistance is very useful because it's easier to gear other pieces for non-chaos resistance, and you don't need a perfect roll here to have insane amounts. If you have a perfect, like tier 1, then you can ditch chaos resistance from all other pieces. Currently I cannot quite do that yet, but I still am working on a better quiver. So I still have chaos resistance here and here. When I have 35, those are not necessary and you can go without any other chaos resistance rules. Then you want projectile speed, life, and the crafted critical strike chance. Because this one gives frenzy charges on crit, and even when you're playing non-crit, you get like enough critical strikes out to be at 3 frenzy charges permanently. Also, this setup gives a lot more life, because the life roll, even though this is a tier 2 as well, gets increased by the quiver. However, you are trading a lot of projectile speed for a lot of damage. The other setup has the second trigger, more spell damage, it has levels to spells, level to gems, and we have one more aura because of the Prism Guardian. Both of these setups are good. And I do believe that a Prophecy Wand with a tier 1 projectile speed mod and the clusters is the better non-crit variant for pure damage in close quarters. However, the bow variant is very flexible, and you can even corrupt the Widowhail with faster projectiles to get a 7 link with more projectile speed. Even like faster projectiles is not a great support if you have projectile speed already, but it is like 50% increased projectile speed and like 30% damage or something, increased damage, not more, which is a little. It's like 5% increased damage, which is a decent upgrade to the normal one. The only thing missing here is a Hunter Orb. Hunter Orb will give either movement speed or projectile pierce, which is very strong because you get 3 quivers from 3 pierce from the quiver, which means you can ditch all pierce sources from other gear slots. The perfect quiver would look like this without the bow skills and with +1 pierce and the movement speed from Hunter. This, however, is fairly difficult to create. I am working on one, and if I get it ready I will show on how to make one, because there still is some options I want to explore. But yeah, that pretty much is all the changes I have done, except for some resistance changes. But when you have the Widowhail, which gives up to 25% all resistance, is a fairly good, or like the next step upgrade from here. Because with enough energy shield pool, you don't need the reduced mana cost anymore, especially with running Val Clarity with a very long duration. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to show for today. There still is quite a lot of upgrades, and I might want to swap to crit at some point. However, if you want to go the bow setup, these clusters lose a lot of strength, because you don't really benefit from the projectile speed anymore. However, I did not have a great option to replace these. I'm using Lethal Pride right now, but this one mostly is to fix resistances. I was trying Strength of Blood to get more physical reduction, but it didn't quite feel as good as I wanted it to be. Like, it gives like 13% physical reduction for losing all my non-instant leech, which just did feel too bad when like suffering from damage over time effects and stuff like that, because I did just vanish when those came. So yeah, these just give fire resistance here. Like, you could put in a Lethal Pride with a lot of damage, like double damage on 2 sources here or somewhere else. Well, I don't believe we have a lot of good spots because we need Might Matter and Paint Humans, so we don't really have slots aside from this one for Lethal Pride. So yeah, that's somewhat an issue we can't really work around at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Thanks for watching and see you the next time.